Serious, most cat owners don't realize this, but some of the most normal things you do every single day could be quietly stressing your cat out or even hurting them. And the scary part, it doesn't feel wrong. It feels like love, like care, like you're doing everything right. But in your cat's world, it might feel completely different. Pet whisper, confusing, overwhelming, even unsafe. And if these habits keep happening, you're not just annoying your cat, you could be slowly damaging their trust, their health, and your bond with them. Today we're breaking down 7 things your cat hates, but you probably still do. And the last one, and serious, almost every cat owner does without realizing the damage. Let's get into it. 1. Picking them up whenever you feel like it, be honest. You've done this. Your cat is just sitting there, minding their own business, and suddenly, you scoop them up. Maybe you hug them, maybe you bring them to your face, maybe you just can't resist. It feels like affection, right? But here's what most people don't understand. Serious cats are control-driven animals. In the wild, losing control of their body, even for a second, can mean death. So when you pick them up without warning, you're taking away their sense of control. A study in feline behavior found that cats who experience frequent forced handling show higher stress signals like tail flicking, ear flattening, and increased heart rate. But here's the part most people miss. Your cat might freeze, not fight, and you think, oh, they're okay with it. They're not. They're just tolerating it. And over time, that tolerance turns into avoidance. They start hiding more, running when you approach, becoming distant. So what's the fix? It's simple. Let them choose, offer your hand, get low, invite interaction. And if you do pick them up, watch their body language. If they tense up or try to get away, softly let them go. Respect builds trust, and trust is everything to a cat. 2. Staring them down. This one is subtle but powerful. Have you ever just looked at your cat and held eye contact? Maybe you thought it was bonding or curiosity. But in cat language, and serious, that's a threat. Direct eye contact, especially unbroken, is something predators do. It signals dominance, tension, even aggression. In fact, animal behaviorists have observed that cats use something called the slow blink to communicate safety and trust, not a stare. A stobe, slow blink. So when you lock eyes with your cat, they may feel challenged, not loved. Think about that for a second. And if your cat suddenly looks away or leaves the room, that's not random. That's them diffusing tension. So what should you do instead? Next time you make eye contact, first slowly blink and look slightly away. It tells your cat, I'm safe, I'm not a threat. And when they blink back, that's one of the deepest forms of trust a cat can show. 3. Petting them for too long. This one surprises a lot of people. Because it starts off so well, your cat jumps on your lap, starts purring, rubbing against you, and you think, they love this. So you keep going, and then suddenly they bite you, or swat your hand, and you're left thinking, what just happened? Here's what happened. Can quickly turn into overstimulation. A study from the University of Lincoln found that prolonged petting, especially along the back or base of the tail, can trigger stress responses in cats within seconds. But the signals, they're subtle. Tail flicking, ears turning sideways, muscles tightening, that's your warning. And this is where it gets scary. If you ignore those signals repeatedly, your cat learns that affection leads to discomfort, so they start avoiding it altogether. Less cuddles, less bonding, more distance. So what's the fix? Short sessions. Focus on safe zones, cheeks, chin, base of ears, and most importantly, softly stop before they need to tell you. That's how you build trust. If you're learning something new and seeing your cat in a completely different way right now, that the sight smile, hit like and subscribe. Because honestly, most cat owners never hear this stuff, and it changes everything. 4. Making sudden loud noises. Think about your daily routine. Dropping things, slamming doors, loud laughter, vacuum cleaners. To you, it's normal life. To your cat, it can feel like chaos. Noise to you can feel explosive to them. Research shows that repeated exposure to unpredictable loud sounds can elevate cortisol levels in cats. That's the stress hormone. And chronic stress, it doesn't just affect mood, it impacts their immune system, digestion, even lifespan. But here's the tricky part. Cats don't always react dramatically. They don't scream or complain. They just withdraw, hide under beds, avoid certain rooms, become more anxious over time. So what can you do? You don't have to live in silence, but you can be mindful. Give warnings before loud actions, like gently speaking before turning on the vacuum. Create safe, quiet spaces where your cat can retreat and avoid sudden sharp noises whenever possible, because what feels small to you can feel overwhelming to them. 5. Ignoring their need for routine. Cats might seem spontaneous, but they thrive on routine. Feeding times, playtime, sleep cycles, they rely on predictability to feel safe. So when your schedule is all over the place, feeding them late one day, early the next, skipping play, changing habits, it creates uncertainty. And uncertainty and uncertainty is stress. A consistent routine helps regulate your cat's internal clock, their digestion, even their emotional stability. Without it, they can become anxious, vocal, or even develop behavioral issues. Be honest, have you ever had your cat wake you up early? Or meow non-stop for food? That's not just hunger, that's confusion. Their system expects something, and it's not happening. And over time, that inconsistency builds frustration. So what's the fix? Consistency. Feed them at the same times each day. Schedule short play sessions. Keep their environment stable. It doesn't have to be perfect, but predictable. That's what makes your cat feel secure. 6. Forcing them. To socialize, you have guests over. Friends, family, maybe even kids. And your cat hiding under the bed, behind furniture, somewhere far away. So what do most people do? They go get the cat. Bring them out, hey, pull them, introduce them. Don't worry, they're Koreni. But your cat is terrified. Way more than you think is terrified. Territorial and cautious by nature. New people, new smells, new energy. It's overwhelming. And forcing interaction only makes it worse. Studies in animal behavior show that forced exposure without control increases fear-based responses in cats, including aggression and long-term anxiety. But here's the part that hurts your relationship. Your cat associates you with that fear. You become the one who puts them in uncomfortable situations. So next time you have guests, let your cat choose. If they want to hide, let them. If they come out, let them approach at their own pace. You could even create a safe room just for them, because confidence in cats isn't forced, it's built. 7. Not giving them enough mental stimulation, and this is the one almost everyone gets wrong. Your cat sleeps a lot. They seem calm, quiet, low maintenance. So you assume they're fine, but what if they're not? What if they're bored? Cats are natural hunters. Their brains are wired for stimulation. Challenge, movement. Without it, something starts to break. A study in feline enrichment found that cats without regular mental and physical stimulation were more likely to develop depression-like symptoms, obesity, and destructive behaviors. But here's the scary part. Some cats don't act out. They just shut down, sleep more, move less, engage less. And it looks like calmness, but it's actually withdrawal. Think about that for a second. So what's the fix? Daily play. Even just 10 to 15 minutes. Use wand toys, laser pointers responsibly, puzzle feeders. Rotate toys to keep things fresh. Create window perches, let them watch the outside world. Because stimulation isn't optional, it's essential. Soft emotional, at the end of the day, your cat doesn't need perfection. They don't expect you to get everything right, but they do rely on you for safety, comfort, and understanding. And the truth is, most of these mistakes come from love. You're not trying to hurt your cat. You just didn't know, but now you do. And small changes, small awareness can completely transform how your cat feels in your home. More trust, more connection, more quiet moments that actually mean something. You're not just part of their life, you guys, their whole world. So the question is, what kind of world are you creating for them?